Swadika, thank you for joining us on Newsline for Friday, February the 28th of 2014. I'm Tra Tirakausan. In today's top stories, 28 people remain hospitalized due to violent incidents occurring at political demonstrations, and 20 people have so far lost their lives. In our business news segment, Thai shares rose to their highest in more than 1 week on Thursday. And taking a look now at today's headlines, Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra has affirmed she is open to negotiations with Secretary General of the People's Democratic Reform Committee, or PDRC, Suthep Thaugsuban, as long as he complies with the Constitution. Following Mr. Suthep's challenge for Ms. Yingluck to join him in a televised one-on-one negotiation, the Prime Minister has expressed her willingness to show up for the occasion. Nonetheless, she stressed that the discussion must have a clear direction and adhere to the framework of the Charter. If the protest leaders' demands were beyond her constitutional power, the Premier said a team of experts must also be present in order to help suggest useful ideas for the benefit of the whole country. As for her demands, she reiterated that Mr. Suthep must end the protests and allow the election process to move forward. Regarding a plan of the Center for Maintaining Peace and Order to invite the United Nations to help find solutions for Thailand, Ms. Yingluck insists she was looking forward to hearing the advice, although she believed Thai people would eventually need to solve the political problems by themselves. The Center for Maintaining Peace and Order, or CMPO, has refuted allegations that it has used as much as 10 billion baht in budget over the 33 days since the agency's establishment. CMPO committee member Tharit Phengdit spoke to reporters about the claim by a Democrat Party spokesman saying that it was untrue. He explained that the cabinet had only just approved a budget for the CMPO's expenses, and this budget also needs to be approved by the Election Commission. He asserted that the CMPO had been carefully spending money on expenses that included per diem allowances and food expenses of the policemen and soldiers on duty under the CMPO's guidance, and that all expenditures were in accordance with state protocols. Mr. Tharit remarked that the CMPO had established joint patrol teams to help maintain order at rally sites and prevent mishaps. After People's Democratic Reform Committee, or PDRC Secretary General Suthep Thaugsuban recently agreed to allow the officials to enter rally premises. He added that despite the limitations imposed upon the CMPO by the civil court, policemen and soldiers have been carrying out their duties in full. Members of the Explosive Ordnance Disposal, or EOD, team are set to inspect the scenes of grenade attacks at the Thai PBS television station at the adjacent Royal Thai Police Sports Club. 4 M79 grenades were fired at the Royal Thai Police Sports Club and Thai PBS television station on Wipawadi Rangsit Road after 7 p.m. on Wednesday, but no injuries were reported. The blast damaged 3 cars at the Thai PBS parking lot. The sports club compound also houses the Center for Maintaining Peace and Order. The team will carry out a thorough inspection of the sites to determine where the grenades were fired from. The crime scenes have been sealed off from public entry, and security has been tightened near the CMPO and television station. Police officers from nearby stations will also be recruited to survey the sites. 28 people remain hospitalized due to violent incidents that took place at political demonstrations, and 20 people have lost their lives so far. This is since the violence began in late November, according to Bangkok City Hall's Emergency Medical Service Center. The Bangkok Metropolitan Administration's Erawan Center revealed on Thursday that the number of injured people who remain at the hospital dropped from 32 to 28. Since the violence at Ramkhamphang University on November 30th, there had been 722 injuries and 20 fatalities from the violence at political rally sites. According to figures posted by the center, nobody was injured from the M79 grenade attacks on the center for maintaining peace and order and the Thai PBS television station on Wipawadi Rangsit Road on Wednesday. A statement has been issued by UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon expressing his concern over the political situation in Thailand. According to the statement, the Secretary General is increasingly concerned over the political crisis in Thailand. He condemned the recent escalation of violence in different parts of the country, saying there should be no place for violence by either side in resolving political differences and disputes. The Secretary General urged the parties and all concerned to respect human rights and the rule of law. He strongly urged the parties involved to engage as soon as possible in meaningful and an inclusive dialogue aimed at ending the crisis and advancing genuine reform. The Secretary General said he was ready to assist the parties and the Thai people in any way possible. The U.S. ambassador to the Kingdom of Thailand has refused to give any comments on the ongoing political uncertainty in Thailand, while dismissing a rumor that she was being transferred to South Korea. During her visit to Khao Yai National Park, U.S. Ambassador Christy Kenny refused to give her thoughts on the current political situation in Thailand. She also disclaimed a report that she was moving to South Korea, saying that such rumors were false and that she would be serving in Thailand until the end of 2014 after having been given a one-year extension on the post. Her visit to Khao Yai National Park was to celebrate the strong relationship between the Great Smoky Mountain National Park in Tennessee and Thailand's Khao Yai National Park. Ambassador Kenny, the first female U.S. ambassador to Thailand, has been serving since January of 2011. She was selected by U.S. President Barack Obama and was confirmed by the United States Senate. The Election Commission has insisted that the upcoming meeting to discuss solutions to the troublesome 28 electoral constituencies be held in Songkhla as planned, and the venue will not be relocated. Election Commissioner Somchai Si Suthiyakorn said the meeting venue for the March 7 discussion would be in Hat Yai, and that the EC would not relocate the venue to Bangkok as some have suggested. He explained that the EC wanted all parties at the discussion, especially the major political parties that fielded candidates, to visit the area and acknowledge the problems in person. Somchai further disclosed that the EC would also continue to facilitate talks between the politically conflicting groups for the benefit of the people. He added that the two sides should take the recent increase in political violence as a development that reflected the urgent need for talks between the two camps instead of an obstacle to commence the talks. And turning now to the ASEAN and Beyond segment, the Thailand Convention and Exhibition Bureau, or TCEB, is planning to launch aggressive campaigns to position Thailand as the region's MICE hub. TCEB Chief Noparit Mehta Wikunchai said one of the strategies to use online media to penetrate more markets. The plan includes the development of a comprehensive MICE website and increased use of social media. The campaign is expected to cost a total of 45 million baht. The website, worldwideweb.businesseventsthailand.com, will become the information center for MICE events in the country. The website will be available in 3 languages, including Thai, English, and Chinese. Other important campaigns to trigger the MICE industry include, according to the TCEB chief, are the introduction of Thailand MICE Venues Vote Awards 2014 and MICE Photo Contests on Instagram. He said both campaigns would help Thailand achieve a 2014 target of 987,000 MICE visitors, with revenues projected at 96.9 billion baht, up 5% and 10% respectively over the figures projected this year. And that's it for our first segment. We now take a short break. Don't go away. We'll be back with more of the business news.
Open the world of information. Embrace public participation. Present Thainess to the world. new dimension of the government's public relations, the 80th anniversary of the Public Relations Department, creative media for the society, mobilizing Thailand towards the ASEAN community.
Moving forward to the establishment of ASEAN Community in 2015. The Public Relations Department has launched a 24-hour English language satellite TV channel, NBT World. Broadcast in C-band format, viewers can stay up to date on what's going on in Thailand and countries in the ASEAN region. NBT World can be watched by GMM-Z set-top box on channel 194 and PSI set-top box on channel 198. NBT World, Voice of ASEAN Community.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. According to the Commerce Minister, Niwatamrong Bunsong Paisan, the Secretary General of the Cabinet has submitted the petition asking the Election Commissioner EC to approve the disbursement of 2 billion baht from the 2014 Central Fund to pay the delayed 2013-2014 Rice Support Program money to the awaiting farmers. He explained once the EC acknowledges the petition, it would then look into the legality of the request, adding, however, that he could not confirm whether the EC would approve the matter or when it would process the document. The EC usually holds meetings, 2 meetings weekly. Mr. Niwatamrong said, saying that the commissioners have already held a meeting on Tuesday. The Commerce Minister also stated that his ministry has yet to receive the EC's answer regarding another cabinet request to disburse 712 million baht to pay nearly 4,000 rice farmers in 5 provinces who also have not been paid for their pledged paddy in the 2012-2013 cropping season. He said it would only take a couple of days to withdraw the money once the EC approves the requests. Both amounts are the last pending payments in the 2013-2014 production seasons of the rice mortgage scheme. Thai shares rose to their highest in more than 1 week on Thursday after anti-government protest leader Suthep Thaugsuban said he was willing to appear in a live TV debate with Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra. The key set index closed up 1.03% at 1,318.05, the highest since February 19th. Outperformers included dividend-yielding banking shares such as Bank of Ayutthaya and Siam Commercial Bank. Jakarta's composite index rose almost 1% after 3 sessions of falls. Shares of state-owned tin miner PT Timah surged 8% following a move from Indonesia Commodity and Derivatives Exchange that suggested an opening bid benchmark for tin prices. Other markets in Southeast Asia posted limited gains ahead of the U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman's testimony on the Fed monetary policy plan. Stocks in Singapore inched up 0.3% their first in 3 sessions. Malaysia rose 0.5% after Wednesday's fall to a more than 1-week low, while the Philippines was up 0.5% at a near 4-month high. Vietnam fell 0.85% as investors selling for profit eroded the strength of buying demand, but analysts expected the index to bounce back soon. The 53rd Bangkok Gems and Jewelry Fair, or BGJF, Asia's second-largest gem trade, opened February 25th and will run until Saturday, March 1st, and is expected to draw at least 30,000 buyers from all over the world. For more information, Kun Sotchun Lim Kyung Kai has the story.
The BGJF boasts gross export revenues exceeding 400 billion baht. Visitors from more than 125 countries will be heading to the fair, which is the first large trade fair of the year. Over 30 countries participate in the fair, with more than 300 booths displaying their finest products. The fair plays a vital role in the export of Thai gems and jewelry, and is jointly organized by the Thai Gem and Jewelry Trader Association and the Department of International Trade Promotion. The department is promoting the 53rd BGJF among international buyers and visitors to raise the confidence of international traders as to Bangkok being a viable venue and to lessen concerns regarding the prolonged protests in Bangkok. Earlier reports suggested that the ongoing political turmoil had depressed the influx of potential foreign buyers, with more than 10% cancelling their visits to the BGJF. However, organizers reported receiving fair pre-registrations at a very satisfactory rate for both visitors and for the business matching service. The Thai Gem and Jewelry Trader Association President, Somchai Pornjindarak, reiterated that the fair is not affected by tourist numbers, as the sale of gems and other precious stones is dictated by the state of the global economy.
For this event fair, Bangkok Gem Jewelry Fair, already we have more experience, more than 32 years. And this show is a 53rd time. So the 53rd time, it means the experience so long time. And the important, this fair is our one machine for PR to the world. It's very important for the SME, the one who want to show their own design, their merchandise to the world. Today, really lucky. It's unexpected. It's better than what we are thinking or estimate. Now all the visitors, the one I have interviewed them, they say they know Thailand long time. And don't forget, they are not the tourists. They are really the serious buyer.
Most of the exhibitors are exporters and traders, unlike those who sell to tourists who are affected by the street protests. Incentives are also being offered to buyers and exhibitors. They include free hotel accommodation for visitors invited to the fair by registered exhibitors and a waiver of 20% duty, normally applied on items brought in for the fair. The organizers have also prepared alternative insurance for all exhibitors in cases where overseas insurers do not provide cover. This is Sotchun Limgrangai reporting.
Operators of the BTS SkyTrain and the underground MRT services are set to issue joint tickets from late next year. The Office of Transport and Traffic Policy and Planning said that so far 6 consortiums have expressed interest in developing a joint pass for the SkyTrain and subway. The groups include South Korea-based Lotte Group, Indra Sistemas from Spain, and Xerox. A vetting process will determine which group has tendered the most satisfactory offer. A suitable contractor is expected to be hired in May of this year. The joint ticketing system is set to be completed 1 year. Companies affiliated with the State Railway of Thailand are slated to oversee the system, which will not only link up the 2 rail services but also extend to the airport link. Plans to set up a common ticketing system were discussed previously in 2011. The Tourism Council of Thailand deems that the increase in violence associated with political rallies has negatively affected the confidence of foreign tourists from Japan, China, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. According to the council, tourists from these markets travel in group tours and have been making cancellations for their trips to Thailand and diverting instead to nearby countries. Several countries have also been raising their travel safety issues warning levels to their citizens concerning visits to Thailand. 48 countries advise that their citizens exercise special precaution, whereas Hong Kong has raised its warning color code to black level, meaning that a visit should incur significant hazard and all visits should be avoided. As a result, the council expects to see 1.1 million fewer tourists in the first quarter of the year, consequently causing a drop of 80 billion baht in income for the tourism industry. The council also believes the political crisis will have adverse effects on the tourism scene in the second quarter. And before we take a short break, let's have a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
Open the world of information. Embrace public participation. Present Thainess to the world. New dimension of the government's public relations. The 80th anniversary of the Public Relations Department. Creative media for the society. Mobilizing Thailand towards the ASEAN community.
เมื่อมนุษย์ทำลายสมดุลทางธรรมชาติ แล้วมนุษย์ก็เป็นผู้ประสบภัยพิบัติจากธรรมชาติร่วมสร้างอนาคตลดภัยพิบัติระดมพลังพลิกฟื้นคืนผืนป่าในทุกชุมชนทั่วประเทศ
For those who have Android smartphones, you can download a PRD News application by searching for PRD News English in Play Store. That way, you can stay up to date with the latest happenings in Thailand.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. The Environment Minister has inspected national parks in Leh Province and handed out policy guidelines to park rangers in a bid to ensure effective park operations. Natural Resources and Environment Minister Wichet Kasem Tongsi traveled to the northern province of Leh to inspect the province's national parks, including Phu Kradung and Phu Rua, Na Hao and Phu Luang's wildlife sanctuary. He also provided guidelines for park rangers to follow, stressing on the importance of forest encroachment prevention and wildlife conservation. The minister also told local authorities to help raise public awareness of endangered and protected wildlife species, saying all sides should work together to protect the forests, homes to millions of animal species. The Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation is set to extend assistance to 15 drought-hit areas. DDPM Chief Chachai Promlud said 15 provinces across the country, including Si Saket, Trang, and Khon Kaen, have been declared drought disaster zones so far. Plans to assist drought victims include revising the water management system and reserving water for agricultural and personal use. Residents in affected provinces are urged to use water sparingly and to prepare reserves of water for daily use. Off-season rice growing should also be avoided. In Bangkok, the Metropolitan Waterworks Authority earlier urged locals to start collecting tap water as higher levels of seawater are likely to affect production in the city this week. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook. Just simply type in NNT or check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/newsin. We're going to say goodbye with footage from Khon Kaen, where bicycling is one of their main activities. I'm Tra Thirakosan. Have a wonderful weekend. Swadee ka.